Oh, hi there. It is so good to see you. And you are just in time because she's launching this unique online event that celebrates and spotlights women entrepreneurship. So get ready to be inspired and enjoy. Oh, and by the way, you are smelling really good today.
Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Jean Marie Keevins and I am the owner and head ideator at Little Shadow Productions. We're so happy to see all of you here. Are we celebrating Bear? Yeah, Bear is pretty great. We feel lucky to have him as our friend. Bear has been championing this event for a while now. So I just want to thank you all for coming back. Some of you are just joining us, so welcome. Some quick housekeeping. If you know how to hide non-video participants, you might want to do that for a better viewing moment. Feel free to put in the chat any thoughts or questions. If you need any support in any way, let us know there. Additionally, I want to thank all of you who have already purchased my new ebook that came out today. That's pretty exciting. Thank you for that. As we said earlier in the day, we will be taking breaks from time to time, so we are staying on schedule. So if we pop away, we'll be right back. If you need anything, again, please go ahead and put it in the chat, and we are so grateful to have all of you here. Thank you for joining us. Without further ado, I would like to introduce you to my friend and favorite health guru, Tatiana Ridley. Thank you for being with us, Tatiana.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Jean Marie. Thanks to the little bear mascot. I love him. I just want to reach out and cuddle with him. So I'm so excited to be here today with all of my fellow female entrepreneurs, fempreneurs, as I like to call us, our group. So I'm going to give my little brief intro and then we'll move on toward the talk. My name is Tatiana Ridley, and I'm a health coach, holistic nutritionist, yoga teacher, and the founder of Healthylicious Bliss. It's a wellness company based here in the heart of Manhattan, although it's been primarily online for the past year and a half, like many businesses. Our mission at Healthylicious Bliss is to help you optimize your health through nutrition, lifestyle, and yoga. And we do this by offering a variety of services, including telehealth, online programs, corporate and school wellness programs, yoga and meditation classes, and more. So that's my little spiel. You can find me at healthyliciousbliss.com. And I think we're going to include my website link and email in the chat section. So I'm here to talk to you about my Fearless Fall online group program, which I recently co-launched with a naturopathic and functional medicine doctor, Dr. Stephanie Pisacano, for the month of September. And we are having a great time so far. We created this program to help people feel fearless in their approach to health, especially this fall and throughout the year. And we believe that the 4 pillars to a healthy lifestyle are digestion, self-care, movement, and sleep. And so those are the 4 topics that we cover in this program week by week. It's a program format that's really unlike any other. It's a course coach chat combo that meets every Wednesday night. So we're meeting tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. and we're on week 2. So pretty excited about that. And during the format, the first 20 minutes, Dr. Pisacano and I go over the topic du jour, which this week is self-care, and we educate our group members about the benefits of self-care. So that's the course part. The next 20 minutes is the coaching part. We offer coaching tips to apply self-care or whatever topic we're covering that week to your life. And then the last part is the chatting part, where we all get to chat with each other over Zoom, and just, people can ask questions, people can offer up, their suggestions on what they incorporate into their lives. And it's really great. I'm loving it. And I'm excited to share it with the world. And we made it very affordable at a $40 price point for the entire program, because we think that our health is so important, and we wanted to make it available to most people. So if you have any interest in joining, we can let you in this week for the second week, and we would offer it to you at $30. So you would just be paying for the last 3 weeks. If you'd like to join, just send me an email, or go to my website. So enough with that little promo there. Had to do a little plug. So now I'm going to move on to the knowledge nuggets. So I told you the program's divided into 4 sections. It's digestion, self-care, movement, and sleep. Week 1 was digestion, and I'm going to start, and for each of the 4 weeks, I'm going to give you a fun fact, which is from the course section, and I'm going to give you a coach tip from the coaching section. And then at the end of this, I guess we can incorporate a general chat section. And if anyone has any questions, you can drop your questions in the chat box, and I will try my best to answer them. So digestion, from entry in the mouth to exit, where, each step is essential to the digestive process. Every step from the mouth to the bum hole, for lack of a, I wish I could interact with Jean Marie on here, because, so from entry to exit, the role of the digestive system is to absorb nutrients, remove toxins and waste, and it's the immune system's first defense and protection in killing from external invaders. So how do we support our digestive system? We have to eat a diet that helps our digestive system function properly. And that's not going to be a diet that is high in saturated foods, highly processed foods, the SAD diet, the standard American diet from, which is basically McDonald's. That is all going to be detrimental to our digestive health. So what we want to do is incorporate good foods into our diet. Some of those foods are prebiotic and probiotic rich foods, which are, some examples are sauerkraut, kombucha, yogurt, miso, like miso soup, kimchi, and in general, just going for organic, whole foods, think fruits, vegetables, high quality meat, if you can, organic grass-fed meat. And if you're eating seafood, if you can get wild seafood, not farm seafood. So that's a few facts for you, because I just love the digestive system. I think it's so fascinating, and it is so integral to our health. So, coaching tip. Digestion is more than just the food you eat. It's how you digest your life. It's what you digest in your life. There's an exercise I like to do whenever I notice any sort of digestive upset, and I like to recommend this to clients, is I take a moment and I center myself and I observe my surroundings. Where am I eating? And then I observe what I'm eating. What am I eating? How am I eating? Am I eating fast, or am I taking time to chew? And it really helps me to ground myself and become more mindful of the food that I'm digesting. And the surroundings that I'm digesting and the smells I'm digesting. So be mindful of that in your own life, that digestion doesn't just happen in the body, and it's about how we digest our environment. During the peak of the pandemic, I found myself consuming a lot of news, like we all were, just to, keep up with what was going on. And I found that I was having trouble digesting all of the news. So I decided to create boundaries for myself. And I decided to just watch and read the news in the morning and in the evening, and then allow myself the day to kind of digest that information. And so that's an example of what I mean by digestion being more than just the food you eat. So I think that's something that's important to consider. And I hope that you will consider and apply to your life. What's an example of how you can do that? Think about the content that you're consuming. So are you consuming content, whether it's on television, whether it's on, Hulu, Netflix, HBO, whether it's YouTube, whether it's on Zoom? Are you consuming content that is positive, that's inspirational, that's educational? Are you consuming content that just adds stress and negativity to your life and creates life, dysbiosis and a difficulty to digest life? That's I could go on and on with this, but I will stop there. So that's a sneak peek into digestion week 1. Week 2, self-care, which is what we're covering this week tonight. Fun fact, September is Self-Care Awareness Month. So we often put the needs of others before ourselves, whether it's doing a favor for a friend or a family member, or it's taking an extra assignment at work or school, and we overextend ourselves and find ourselves, on the verge of burnout. And don't get me wrong, like, these actions are all great, and I encourage them. We all need support and we all need to better ourselves. I'm just suggesting that you make sure to include your needs as well. The saying goes, you can't pour from an empty cup, or, you can't make a phone call or send a text from a dead cell phone, smartphone. So I encourage you to make time to look after yourself and literally care for yourself, like you are, right now attending this conference and this talk. You're taking the time to focus on your self-care and your career and networking and all that jazz. So it's really, self-care is, I hate to say it's my number one, but I really, really, really value the self-care part of our 4-part program. So moving on to the coaching tip, ask yourself these questions. Are your needs being met? How can you meet your needs better? What's one thing you can do starting this week to meet your needs? So this is all focused on self-care. Are you maybe take a moment to think about that yourself? Are your needs being met? How can you meet your needs better? What's one thing you can do starting this week? Moving on to movement. Fun fact, so you hear that sitting is the new smoking, and especially this past year and a half, many of us have been in work from home mode, so doing a lot more sitting. I know I play like musical chairs between my desk where I am now and my bed and my couch, and then sometimes the floor when I feel like I need to be extra grounded. But I find that I talk to a lot of people that have struggled with their lack of movement during this past year and a half, especially. So I'm asking you to take a look at your movement and ask yourself how you can add movement into your daily routine. It's probably changed a lot. I mean, I know it has for me. I couldn't go to the gym at the beginning of the pandemic, and I feel like that sounds, oh, woe is me, but I realized I had to adjust and figure out other ways to exercise. So I took yoga classes at home on Zoom and online. And then I even began riding a city bike in the parks and along the water. I've gone with Jean Marie. We had a great time. And I also take more long walks around the city and through the park. And so if you've found that, your gym or your, yoga studio, Pilates studio, whatever has closed, or you're not able to go anymore for whatever reason, I encourage you to try and find something else that you enjoy doing and adding that into your movement. Maybe it's just even taking the stairs in your apartment building instead of taking an elevator. So moving on to the coach part, make it fun. So movement shouldn't be something you dread. It shouldn't be like, oh my God, I have to go to the gym. I have to go for a run. Find something you enjoy doing. And it doesn't have to be what everyone else is doing. For example, I used to have like a bee in my bonnet to run and get into running and run a marathon. But I just, I don't like running, and I've finally accepted that. So I do like biking. Actually, I love biking. So I do that. So ask yourself, what type of movement can you start doing this week? Maybe it's walking, maybe it's taking the stairs, maybe it's just trying a 10-minute exercise that you find on YouTube. But make it fun, make it something you enjoy. Because otherwise you're just not gonna stick with it. Better yet, find an accountability buddy. Maybe you can go for a walk around the reservoir if you're in New York City. That makes it even more fun. So moving on to week 4 is sleep. Fun fact, about 70 million Americans suffer from chronic sleep problems. That's crazy, 70 million. And that used to be me. A lack of sleep is associated with, a plethora of chronic diseases, injuries, mental illnesses, poor quality of life and well-being, lost work productivity, you name it. When I don't get enough sleep, I say that I'm sleep hungover, because it literally feels like an alcohol hangover to me. And it's not pleasant. Like, you don't want to be around me. You don't want me to, try and do anything. So I used to struggle with insomnia like many people, until I figured out how to set myself up for a successful sleep. And of course, there are nights when, I'll go to a wedding or, whatever. And my sleep schedule will not will not follow my routine. But that's life, and that happens. So moving on to the coaching part, what is key to a good night of sleep? Have a good sleep hygiene. What does that mean? That means being consistent with a sleep routine that works for you. Some basic kind of rules of thumb are to go to bed and wake up at the same time each night. Now, of course, we can't always do that, but if we have kind of a frame of reference, like go to bed at 10:30, wake up at 7:30, and these are just examples, then our bodies can start to kind of adjust and feel sleepy and fall asleep naturally and wake up naturally. Also, having a dark room, that's key. Lights off, shades down. Some people are very, very sensitive to light, so getting blackout shades, or if you don't want to do that, just having an eye mask. I often sleep with an eye mask. And sometimes having a sound machine is helpful for people to fall asleep, listening to either just white noise or, peaceful rain falling or ocean waves crashing along the beach. Doing a sleep meditation. I haven't read Jean Marie's ebook yet, but maybe there's a meditation in there that you could read before you go to sleep, or you could just do I like to do a body scan sometimes when I'm feeling kind of out of my head and body, and I like a lot's going on. Like lately, I actually did this the other night, a body scan where I just close my eyes and I start with the top of my head, the crown of my head, and I work all the way down to the tips of my toes. And I just focus my energy and my awareness on each part of my body and try and release any tension that I have in my body and try and send love and positive energy to every part of my body so I feel at ease and supported to actually fall into a sleep. Bedding is important. I like to have cotton bedding because it's breathable, and it doesn't have to be like 800 thread Egyptian cotton, whatever. Like I have cotton sheets from IKEA, and they're great. So cotton is great because your body can breathe. And you want to be able to breathe in your bedding. Also having a mattress that is, if possible, like a good quality, firm, preferably organic, but I realize that that's not possible for everyone, but there are a lot of chemicals that are in mattresses. And, we spend a lot of our life sleeping, and those chemicals can affect our overall, health. So if you can go for a, organic mattress, that's something that I invested in. Sometimes people like to use a gravity blanket, it's a weighted blanket. Make sure you look at the proper weight that correlates with your body weight so that you don't get something that's too heavy. But that helps you to feel more relaxed and helps you to fall asleep easier. I love using lavender essential oil. Sometimes I'll just, rub it on my hands and then, massage it on my temples, kind of inhale it. And then sometimes I'll sprinkle a little bit on my pillow, and that can help you to fall asleep. What are some other things? So those are some basic things. Some suggestions. What I like to do personally is I like to have my window shades down. I wear an eye mask rather, to bed. I like to have my room cool, so I either have the window open or the AC on, or nothing if it's that time of year. And then I like to take a slow release melatonin before bed to help me kind of fall asleep and stay asleep. And sometimes the lavender essential oil, depending upon where I am that day. I like to do a meditation or a body scan. Sometimes I like to listen to some Kundalini meditation music. And then last but not least, I love to track my sleep on my Fitbit, which is just, it's so fun because it kind of gamifies your health and allows you to keep track of your sleep, your REM sleep, and yeah, I could go on and on, but I see it's now 1:27. So that's a wrap up of just a brief kind of sneak peek into my Fearless Fall online group program that is all about how to optimize your digestion, your self-care, your movement, your sleep, to have a fearless fall and feel as healthy and as happy as you possibly can. And it's a program that I'm co-leading with a naturopathic and functional medicine doctor, Dr. Pisacano. And tonight is week 2, self-care. It's from 7 to 8. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I think they're going to drop my email in the chat. It's hi@healthyliciousbliss.com, or to go to my website, healthyliciousbliss.com. And if you have any questions now, you can drop them in the chat. And I hope that you gleaned some helpful information from this talk. And thank you for having me, Jean Marie and Little Shadow Productions. And that's it.
Awesome. Thank you, Tatiana. I love listening to you. Who else wants her sleep routine? For God's sake, I do. I have the essential oils. I have that going, but not the rest of it. And cotton sheets. So 2 out of 4 ain't bad. So thank you, Tatiana. And I highly recommend Tatiana's services. And I will tell you this, and this is why she was saying she wishes we were talking to each other. She will talk to you about all of the things that your body is doing that you don't want to talk about in public. She'll make it fun. She'll make it fun.
Oh, it's true. I make it fun to talk about poop.
There you go. I knew she was going to say it. You want to talk about poop? Call Tatiana. So these things are important. So I highly recommend her services, which is not what I'm here to do today, just for the record, but I do. So thank you, Tatiana, so much. And thank you also to Bear in the Big Blue House.